So we start to understand that the body functions like a human wheel. And when the shoulders turn or quarter around 90 degrees, the torso, the hips, the feet and the legs are pulled into the action. Now, people ask me, what I do in the golf swing, how do I think about legs? Tell me about leg action, Luther. Well, the first thing that is obvious is the leg action between the putter and the driver are totally opposite ends of the spectrum. The leg action with a full drive, a full-body drive, is probably going to be the most dynamic and athletic leg action, and yet if you're playing a small chip or a little pitch or a little bunker shot, then your leg action is going to be much quieter. So firstly, we recognise that leg action changes from club to club and from shot to shot. Whether you're hitting the ball low or high, or with draw and fade, the leg action is going to alter slightly. The good news is, I believe that to be a subconscious thing, not something that you have to actually think about. So, let's go back to the body as a human wheel. If I turn my shoulders through 90 degrees, it pulls my hips through 45, and you can see that as I've made that motion, that my knees have retained their flex. And the weight mildly shifts to my right foot. So at the moment, my weight is 50-50, but if I coil my shoulders through 90 degrees, there we go, my weight favours the right knee slightly in the backswing. Then when I come through, the weight shifts towards the target, and my weight will favour my left knee going through, or my left foot. So, if the posture is good, the leg action is going to occur. If I go back to the wheel mechanism, you can see it. Okay, so I'm now going to rotate the wheel. I'm going to turn in the correct plane. As my shoulders turn, my tummy, hips, knees and feet have been brought into life. And when I swing through, my face will turn to the flight of the ball, but you can see that the axle is constant. And again, look at the way my knees have behaved. Now, let's suppose that my wheel was corrupted. Let's suppose my posture was soft. I might get some lateral movement into my swing, and then my head moves, my weight goes to my right knee, and I start to slide. Swaying is bad enough, but I can give you 6 inches of sway. It's no more damaging than 1 inch of tilt. If we start rocking the axle, then we're in big trouble. Can you see that? So the wheel can sway a bit and stay quite close to plane, but the moment we tilt, we get big deviations of movement. So, if I lean forward and coil for you on an axis, you can see how my torso, hips and feet work. My right knee retains its flex. I believe if the leg's straightened totally, I've probably tilted. And I've probably moved that way. So most shots with a full coil, there'll be a slight retention of knee flex. Then when I come through, the same is true of the left knee. I believe if the left leg is straightened, the torso is shifted, and that will create pulls and blocks. So, tipping forward from the hip, I turn the shoulder to my throat through 90 degrees, and you can see that everything has responded. Let's do that with a golf shot. I'll swing to the top and stop. So through my pre-shot routine, I load my shoulder under my throat. Can you see the angle of my spine has remained constant? And now I release the club and hit the shot. Can you see, again, my body angle has remained the same. If I stand up, my leg action changes, my left leg straightens, and the ball gets pulled to the left of target. So you'd anticipate that the leg action for a straightforward golf swing, with most full swings, when you swing back, the right knee is slightly flexed, and when you swing through, the left knee is mildly flexed. It's not the end of the world if legs straighten. The caveat is make sure that you've coiled and haven't tilted. Last thing to say about the leg action is that the leg action will change from the type of shot that I'm hitting. So, if I load the shoulders, I've just shown you, and then hit a fade, I'd expect my leg action to work more this way and across to the left. Whereas if I was hitting a draw shot for you, I'd be going through, and my rotation and my leg action would again be a little bit more active in this way, and my weight shift will be linear. So the beauty is that the legs will look after themselves. Well, all you've got to do is to load the body and release the club. Remember, we've got to keep it simple.